Good morning. Welcome. Let's get started sitting on the mat. And we're just going to step our feet onto it. And then you can wrap your arms around the front of your legs and kind of draw your chest and your belly forward toward the thighs so that your spine is long. We're going to let the shoulders drop away from the ears. And just feel your breath in this position. See if you can roll the shoulder blades down. Feel them move down your back and pull in slightly toward each other. And then maybe pull in a little bit more through the arms to draw the chest closer toward the thighs. Now imagine pressing through the sit bones to lift the top of the head toward the ceiling a little more. And just notice that slight extension in the back. Good, we'll bring the chin down to the chest. Hold there and breathe. Let the chin lift, opening the front of the throat. And then keeping the left arm wrapped, we'll open the right arm back for a twist. Take your gaze out over that back shoulder. And we'll wrap the other way, wrap the right arm over the front of the legs. And twist open to the left. Bring it back to the center. I'm going to take the arm wrap underneath the thighs now. Close the feet in together. Give yourself a nice hug in, making a round back, a tight little ball. And then keep the thighs into the chest as you shift your weight back. And maybe let the feet float. Letting the legs extend out in a little bound boat here. Now notice that the back is still curved. We're going to straighten it out, lifting top of the head to the ceiling. Good, we'll cross the ankles here and let the feet come down, easy pose. And just give yourself some circles here, loosening up through the lower body. Bring it back the other way. And folding to the center. Take a couple breaths, letting the body relax into this position. Good, gently lifting back up. And we're gonna bring the legs back up and just cross the other foot in front. Hug those legs in toward the body. And then cross-legged boat, bring it up. You can take the hands behind the thigh. Lift top of the head to the ceiling. And bring it down, easy pose on the other side. Come forward to fold. Just noticing if this side feels a little bit better or a little bit tighter. Perfect, lift your way back up. And let's give the shoulders a roll, lifting up. Drawing back, sliding the shoulder blades together as the arms come down. Lifting up, feel them separate. And draw them back and together. Good, taking one more and we'll reach to the ceiling. Let your right arm come down and just tilt over into that hand. You can let the elbow bend to deepen the side bend. Good, reaching back into the center. And just exhale the other side. Good, moving back to the center. Let both hands come back in behind. We'll take the forearms and chin to the chest. And then just gently drawing the chin over to one shoulder. And back to the other side. Okay, bring it back to the center. We'll release the arms. You can give them a little shake out. And we'll make our way over to all fours. Coming into our cat-cow. So inhaling, let the belly round and the back sway to cow. Exhaling, press all the air out as you arch the back up to cat. And just move between these two on your own breath. Now we'll just turn this into a little circular movement. So I'm going to start to circle around on my joints and feel them out. Now you can incorporate your cat-cow there if it's still feeling good by arching through the center and then swaying back the other way. And bring it back the other direction. Okay, we'll come into the center and we'll start going forward and back. Letting my hips drop, and then I'm going to lift and come forward to stretch over the fronts of those wrists. Good. On your next one, dropping to child's pose, take a full 2 breaths. Lifting up onto the hands. Come forward over the wrists. Hold that little angle. Full 2 breaths. Good. Hips into the center. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Let the feet have a little walk there. Bending one knee at a time. Let the head drop so the neck can be long and loose. From here, we'll take the right knee down to the mat. Left leg is just going to slide in line with that right leg. And we'll lift the arm up. Now, find a little balance to let that back leg lift off, gate. You can take your gaze up to that top hand to challenge the balance a little bit more. If it feels good, we'll take it deeper by bending the knee and reaching back for the foot or the ankle, and just drawing that heel in toward the glute. My gaze can stay up toward the ceiling. Good. I'll release the foot and step it up to the top of my mat. Bringing the hand inside your foot. So you're in a little bit of a lizard lunge here. We're just going to go back and forth a little bit. So straightening through the leg, pushing the mat away, and bending the knee, sinking into that stretch there. Good. Let's bend the knee, hold there a moment, and just sink. 2 full breaths. Straighten the leg, let the hips reach back. 2 full breaths. Bend the knee again. Left arm is going to reach, coming into a twist. Good. Let the hand come back down. We're going to tuck the back toes and lift the knee off. And then give yourself a big step outside the right hand, sinking into a little malasana here with movement. So we're just going to come kind of side to side. Good. Let the feet come still. We'll bring the hands onto the thighs. We're just going to bring the forearms down so my palms are face up. And I'm going to lift through the chest. Good. Now press into the backs of the arms to lift the body. into a fold. Slowly rolling to the top. Taking the arms up. Exhale to cactus, wide palms and a little tilt to the side. Reach your top arm over your ear. Draw that elbow back in and bring it to the other side. Back to the middle, reach both arms. Cactus and sink. Bring it to Malasana. 3 breaths. Hands to the mat. And step the left foot back. Bring that knee down. So both hands inside the foot. Back and forth with the lizard movement. Good. So we'll hold with the bent knee. 2 full breaths. Straighten the leg and hold 2 full breaths. Bend the knee again. Right arm reaches up for a twist. Good. Bring the hand back down. Now I'm going to stretch my right leg back. Bring it in line with the left. Let the right arm come up. And then find your balance to come into gate pose. Lifting that top leg. Maybe taking the gaze up to the top hand. Bend the knees, start to reach for that foot or ankle. Drawing it in toward the glute. Our gaze to the ceiling. Good, let it go. Bring the hands and knees down. And we'll take it into puppy, walking the arms forward and sinking the chest down toward the mat. A couple long breaths here. Good, so my forearms and palms are down. I'm just going to slide forward from here to come onto the belly into Sphinx. So the elbows land next to my chest and I'm able to push the mat away and open up through the chest. Good, let's open through the hips a little bit. I'm just gonna let my knees come out wide as the mat. Bring the big toes together behind me, the feet lift up. Good, now hold in through your abs and let the hands slide in beside you. Try and keep lifted. Elbows coming in toward the rib cage. We're gonna push the mat away so we get a little bit of a lift in a king cobra. And then shift the hips back, wide-legged child's pose, heels and the hips coming toward each other, forehead coming to the mat. Good, let's lift up just slowly. We'll walk the hands back. And we're gonna sit down onto the heels in our wide leg hero. Now a little tuck of the tailbone to draw the hips down to the feet strongly, leaving the spine nice and long. Good, let's take hands forward. We're gonna just rock onto the knees to tuck the toes under and then sit up back onto the heels in a wide leg toe balance. So my knees are still opening to the sides. And lift through the top of the head. You can bring hands to the heart. Good, hands can come down and we'll come up into a fold, turning the toes forward now. Now slowly rolling your way up to stand. Taking a breath to lift tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bringing balance into the right foot, let the left foot come up. And I'm gonna reach to take a hold of that ankle or foot, just like you did in your gate pose. Drawing the heel in toward the glute and the knee in next to the other knee, close as they can come. Good, let's take that right hand, start to reach forward and just hinge your body forward. You can keep the foot in toward the glute. And then slowly lifting your way back up to stand. Take that knee up and into the chest now. Hands can come together. Extend through the leg. Take a breath. And then let the foot come down. We're going to balance into the right leg. Sorry, the left leg. So the right foot's going to come up. Find that ankle or heel. Hold the heel toward the bum. Left hand is to the heart. Now, like we're shooting an arrow, we're going to bring that arm out and let the body start to lean. Doesn't have to come far, just find where you can keep that heel connected to the glute. So not fully dancer, but like an arrow. Very good, we're gonna release, come to stand. Draw that right knee in toward the chest. Extend the leg, point the toe. Beautiful, stepping into that foot. Find balance in the right again. Take the left foot. This time making it our way to dancer, so reaching the right arm. And this time we'll hinge and press the foot into the hand. Let that leg lift. Lovely. Foot's gonna step back, toes tuck under, high lunge. Breathe, give a little press to that leg. Good, hands to the mat. Step your right foot back, down dog. Take a little walk if that feels good. And flow it out. Come forward to your plank. Lower down. Lift up, dog or cobra. Tuck the toes, down dog. Step or hop to your hands. Take it to forward fold. Rolling our way up. Reaching tall. Hands to the heart. Find balance in the left leg. And the right foot's going to come up. I'm going to catch it here. Heel in toward the glute. Dancer. So left arm's going to reach up past my ear. And then I'm going to tilt. And I'm going to keep pushing the foot into the hand. Pulling the hand back into the foot. Breathe. Good. Let that foot go to the back of your mat. Lift, high lunge. Take a moment just sinking. And down to the mat. Down dog. Step that foot back. Flow it out. Coming into plank. Lower. Lift up. Down dog. Couple long breaths, just holding. Good, let's take the right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Then we're gonna bend that knee. Step the foot outside your right hand. Coming for a high lizard, just for a couple breaths. Letting those hips wake up, letting them sink. And then let the back knee come down. If it feels good to take the hip deeper, you can let that right foot fall out to the side. And maybe take it deeper, coming down on the forearms. Wherever you're at, just find your breath here. We want to be able to breathe freely, so if it feels really constricted, maybe we've come into low. Good, I'll let the foot close down to the mat. And then reach the right arm. So if you're on the forearm, you can stay there. If you're on the hand, twisting from there. Good. Bring the arm back down. We'll step the hands onto the mat if they're not there. And then walk the hands back, start to straighten through that front leg. Then we're going to sink a little bit deeper. So I'm going to let the hips fall back a little more so that my toes come off the mat. And they're pointing up toward the ceiling. I'm going to try and keep my spine nice and long instead of crunching up. Lift the shoulders or the neck away from the shoulders. A little bit of work in that left glute. Good. Step the foot down. Walk the hands forward. And lift that back knee. Step it into downward facing dog. Left leg's going to lift. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, step the foot outside your hand. Into lizard. Hold 2 full breaths, tall lizard. Good. Sink the knee down. Flatten that foot. And if you want, you can come onto the outer edge of that left foot to open the hip deeper. And come down to the forearms if that feels good for this side. Breathe it out for 5. Letting the left arm reach. So again, you can stay down on that right forearm if you're down already. Hand returns to the mat. And the left foot can go flat if it's open. We'll lift up to the hands. Start to straighten through the leg and walk your hands back. To find that lizard half split. Good. Taking it deeper, walking the hands back a little bit more to sink the hips. Let the left toes come up toward the ceiling. Good. Nice grip in that right glute, holding us here over the foot. Bend the knee, walk the hands forward. Great job. Let's just slide that leg back. And sink for a child's pose. Hips toward heels. Hands reach long. Forehead to the mat. Good, lifting our way up. And we'll come down onto the belly. I'm going to take my arms out next to me in a cactus. So elbows are going to be about shoulder height. Palms face down. I'm going to press the bottoms of my feet into the mat and let my chest lift. My elbows draw in toward my sides. Just hold and breathe. Feel that strength in the low back. All down the abs. Let yourself come down. Hands can stack under the forehead. Crocodile. Couple breaths. We're going to take it again, this time floating the legs. So legs lift with the arms. Squeeze through the abs of the side body. Breathe. Good. Let it down. Take your crocodile a couple of breaths. Moving our way to a half bow. So again, I'm going to lift, reach my arms, but this time I'll bend my right leg, take a hold of that foot or maybe ankle. Opposite hands just up. Good. Bring it down to the crocodile, full breath. Lift and float. Left leg comes up. I hold that heel in toward my glute. Let it go, crocodile. And moving up one more time, this time full bow. So I'm reaching for both ankles and feet. And then pull those heels toward the glutes. Now engage through the abs, just like you did for that lift. Engage through the tops of the legs to lift the body off the mat. Chest is forward, gaze is forward. Beautiful. Settle back down. Last crocodile. Okay, we're going to lift and just turn our way onto our backs. Feet can step onto the mat here. And I'll give myself a little rock side to side with the knees. Let's bring the feet right together in the middle. And then let the knees fall off to the left. Right shoulder blade stays glued down to the mat. Your gaze can turn out to the right if that feels good to complete your spinal twist. I'm going to take this a little deeper on the outside of my right hip by just drawing that knee up and in toward my chest. You feel that right hip and glute kind of light up. Good. Slide the feet back together, come to the center, and then just rock off to the right. Left shoulder blade stays flat, and maybe your gaze turns to the left. If this feels good, you want deeper, lift that left knee up toward your chest. Moving back into the center. Let's take our Shavasana, letting the arms and legs go out long. Let them open up and just relax down onto the mat. Letting go of all control of the body. The muscles soften. All tension releases. Your eyes close and the jaw parts. The fingers curl. And the feet fall open. Allow yourself to let go. To feel your weight on the mat. And just to rest. Let's allow our awareness to come back here into this room. And just slowly let the body start to stretch and move. Let the breath deepen. Welcoming in a new day. We'll step the feet to the mat and give the knees one last little rock side to side. And when you're ready, making your way back up to seated. We'll bring the hands to the heart, thanking ourselves and each other for this time of movement together. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.